Hey there, Internet. Welcome to my pocket knife therapy. I'm going through my grandfather's pocket knives that I inherited and showing them off to the world. Before I get started in earnest, I wanted to have kind of a nice shout out. Shout out to my wife, whose birthday it is today. I love you and happy birthday. Happy 23rd birthday. This is gonna go to her. This isn't the only thing she's getting for her birthday, but she actually kind of liked this pocket knife because it could come in handy for eating stuff. This is a Colonial pocket knife. I don't think I've done a Colonial pocket knife before on this channel, so here you go. Colonial was started in 1926 by the Paolantonio brothers in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, and they started a factory there, and they're still in business today. Surprisingly, I've seen Colonials all over the place, and I've seen them talked about, and I have a bunch of them in the collection. This is just the first. But there's not that much information on them. And when I say not, there is information on them, but not like to the extent where it doesn't have a Wikipedia page and stuff like that, but it does have, a website. And I saw an interview with, I forget his first name, but he was a third generation Paolantonio. So he knew all about his family history and was talking about stuff like that. So there's certainly information on it about that, but not a super in-depth amount of information compared to other pocket knives that I've seen. But with that said, and also with that said, there's not a lot of dating that I've been able to find. So I don't know when this particular pocket knife was made. The lack of brass liners makes me think it was World War II era, but you never know. From what I have seen just around, I understand these are referred to as hobo knives because it's got a spoon and fork, so hobos would use them to eat while they were out on the, trains and doing whatever hobos do. So it has a fork, so this fork is pretty neat. Yeah, this is she liked this knife, so it's going to go to her. So what that means is that at least one pocket knife from my grandfather is going to survive the big eBay sale-a-thon. So there's that, and that'll be in the family. My wife is not a particularly big pocket knife fan or anything. She just kind of liked this knife, so it's quick. If she's in a car and she needs to eat something or something like that, she can use that. So it's it's got pretty good snaps, walk and talk on the main blade here. It's a real solid knife, so it's got a good snap there. It's a little bit tight, like on these tools. This will come open and things like that, but it's got a bit of blade rub there, so it's not not the most greatest pocket knife ever. It's they kind of bend, so that's why. I don't have a lot of info on Colonial as far as how well made they are. My sense is that they are very, they're a working man's knife. They weren't made to be fancy. They weren't top of the line. They seem pretty good, but we're not talking Robeson case, that kind of stuff. They're sort of an everyday man's kind of knife. They were more tools and stuff like that. That's my sense. Between Colonial and Imperial is the same kind of thing, where they make some good knives and bad knives and that kind of stuff. And my understanding is also they made a lot of knives for other companies and stuff like that. So so this is just like an example of that, where it's, you know, it's a decent, good enough knife and stuff like that, but it's not super top of the line. I think these handles are plastic. Actually, I know they are. They're not bone, but kind of made to look like bone. And this last, I haven't taken this one out because it's actually really hard to take out. But it's got a can opener there. I have cleaned it up a bit. It's a bit shiny. It looks shinier and newer than when I started. Before this can opener, couldn't even take it out. So at least it's moving. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, it's you know, it's a nice little knife. You know, pretty darn pristine and pretty neat. So there you go. Probably gonna bend this back a little bit, just a little bit, so it doesn't rub as much. So there you go. Little on the fly fixing. So there you go. Colonial hobo knife. Let's see, trying to think if there's anything else. Got this cool bail here. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this. It's going to get put into some good use. And it'll be staying in our family. Okay, hope you enjoyed this one. And I will talk to you next time. Bye now.